Here's a quick look at the market through the eyes of eMiniDayTrader for Tuesday, June the 30th, 2009. Well, the market sold off pretty heavily off of the anticipated resistance area. We were mentioning yesterday that we still had resistance area in the 23 to 24 area up in here, and you can see that the market poked its head above it, not by much, and then had that good sell-off. Hitting down into the known support area down in here, we had the low formed over here in the overnight session. The last time it had traded down in the 908, 907 area. So it got down to 8.25 and had a nice bounce to finish the day. And it's a pretty weak sell-off relative to the kind of buying that we've recently had. So we had the buying, the sideways, a bit of an up, now the sell-off. But in my opinion, a weaker sell-off than we did on the up move over here. So I'm still expecting the market to move higher, although obviously this has been a very good resistance area and will remain so until proved otherwise. In other words, until the market can hold above it. We've got a little bit of resistance in here around 17, 18 area, and then around 20 to 22 area. So these will also be some other bits of resistance with support remaining down in here below today's low. By the way, these market profiles, we always like to take a look at these. Now the market profiles are formed. This is the overnight profile and volume profile. Every profile is a lettered market profile and a volume market profile. So this is the market profile from yesterday and the volume profile from yesterday. And here's today's here with the this is the lettered market profile, and this is the volume market profile, or the volume profile. So that's really what we're looking at here going in or from today. Now here's the individual profiles from not including the overnight session. And so you can see here that we have come down and tested into this known support area in here and had a pretty good bounce. So as long as this can hold in around the 90, really from about 905 to 909, this kind of area, as long as it can continue to hold, and we're calling this area approximately 5 to 9 in around here, as long as this can continue to hold, this is going to be good support. So and then of course the major resistance up above the market really extends from approximately 23 to 25. We'll call it even 26 now in this area as major resistance. So we're really going to be trading back and forth, it seems to me, in this area up to here and down to here, and until we can get out of this range, then we could possibly have a good move up or a good move down depending on what occurs. So that's really how we see the market right now. As far as our trades were concerned today, we had some, we just missed by a tick. It was really unfortunate, somewhat frustrating, obviously. You can probably tell by the way I'm talking, but we had an order to get short right here, missed it by one tick, and as a result, the market went down. We had another trade to get short here. We broke even on it. Had another long in here, which was an aggressive long. Unfortunately, we were stopped out on that. We had two more trades, a long in here, which eventually had a nice move higher, but got out a break even on that. And then we had an attempt at the other short here, hitting our first objective and being filled, but so we ended up with a break even on that. So not a lot really to as a result from today, but we really had a good handle on what was going on, and I think we're going to be able to capitalize on that very soon. Unfortunately, we missed that one entry by just a tick, because after that the market, we really had no reason to get out of it. I mean, it dropped immediately, something like 4 or 5 points, and then gave a bit of a bounce. So I think we probably would have been out of the final partial on that with about a 2.5 point gain, but a little bit frustrating to end up with the results we had today, with just missing that trade that we had, and especially when we were looking at a probable rejection off of the highs, or not so much probable rejection, but the possibility of a rejection after a test above 24. That's what we were really looking at, because we knew that, as I mentioned earlier, we did have that 24 area just right here as a known resistance area. And what we ended up, of course, by doing is having the market just attempt to hold above here. Didn't do a good job, and as soon as the new lows were created down here, just had a really nice sell-off. So from a market logic standpoint, it was really making a lot of sense. So at any rate, that's the way that we are looking at the market. And if you have any questions or comments, we'd love to hear from you. Just get a hold of us at info@eMiniDayTrader.com. That'll be it for Tuesday, June 30th, 2009.